Can you guys see me? It's telling me that I got a signal. Let me know if you can see me. Good morning, guys. So, what I can tell you right now is that I've been here for about 10 minutes, and I'm nervous. I'm seeing a lot of breaks that I did not see the last time I was here. There's one right there. All right, let me take a minute here. What's up, Salty? Good morning, Hope. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? E-Rev, my bro. Kelly Smith, good morning. Sherry, good morning. Trish, good morning. So anyway, I'm seeing a lot of breaks right away that were not here last time. Also, forgive me if this camera work is shaky. My friggin' handheld tripod thing that I use to usually balance the camera well just broke. So everything is going to be handheld. It's also very mucky right now. We got a ton of rain, so everything's wet and kind of muddy. So forgive me. But yeah, so about 5 or 6 breaks that I had not seen the last time I was out here. And I just came directly to the state forest property behind his. I called him and said I was going to go directly to the state forest property because it was the best chance I had of getting a signal. And then I would stop at his place on the way out just to have a chat and, you know, see if anything been going on. It's pretty dark in here. The canopy's still thick, although the leaves are changing color up here, like way faster than they are down where I live. I also saw what looked like, where was that? Where did I see that? I saw this, these sticks that were all leaned up against this tree that I had not seen before. And really friggin' smart, I forgot my gun. So that's good. That's good. That makes me feel very good. Purple orbs. What's up? What's up, Green Mountain? How are you? Lady Wolf, how are you? Hey, what's up, Confessions? I hope all's well with you too, my brother. What the hell was that? Hearing something, brush moving in the distance, but it's quite a ways away. Happy birthday, Miss Kay. Happy birthday, dear. So, all right, so let's move a little bit here. Trying to keep to this like secondary trail, and then if I see or hear anything interesting, I'll go off trail a little bit. But unfortunately, when you're out here like this, yeah, especially with no gun today, I got to be careful about going too far off the trail. But this is a secondary trail that's like tucked way up in the nowhere. But here's another break. This was not here the last time I was here, which was only about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. This was not here. And it could just be from the rain. I don't know. But they all seem to be at the same height. They're not high. They're all about 3 feet. Every one of them, which I thought was kind of strange. That one may have been here. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Oh, crap. That's crazy, dude. Replaced with 2 X's. You're at Gillette's, bro? You're not far from me at all. Well, you're kind of far from me right now, but you won't be when I head home. Gillette's is beautiful, isn't it, dude? Gillette's Castle's gorgeous. That cool miniature train that he has that goes around the property, or he had. It's a very, very neat place. Devil's Hop Yard's right around the corner from there. That's a pretty neat park. Interesting folklore attached to that place. Not sure if I'm hearing knocks right now off to my, like, 3 o'clock. Not sure what that was. If anybody sees or hears anything, please let me know. See, I'm hearing that clacking again. There's like 3 clacks. Right now, where am I right now? I'm in Massachusetts. There's a private property that a landowner contacted me about having all kinds of weird stuff go on, and his property is surrounded and butts up to protected forest land and state forest. So there's like 17 or 18,000 acres of land surrounding his house. That's all forest. problem is, on his property, I cannot get a signal. The only place I can get a signal is in this one portion of the state forest that is literally directly behind his house. But it's like, I would say, as a bird flies, if you were to go straight through the woods, it would probably be about a mile to a mile and a half away. Problem is there's a huge swamp in between there and here that I can't cross it. So I come here because I can get a signal, and it's still kind of part of that property. And this is where I left the recorder out one night, came back and had those crazy screams that I played in the video the next day, the grunt, a bunch of stuff breaking, and then found that trackway. It was like seven footprints in a row, straight line, all about 15 and a half inches, I think, if I remember right. But all those videos you can go back and watch if you've never seen them. They were from back in like the springtime. So they were a couple lives, and then I did the breakdown of the recorder and stuff about a week later when I went back and grabbed the recorder, which I'm going to leave today too. I'm going to leave the recorder today, and I'll come back next week and grab it. I have tobacco again for them, a couple bird feathers, a couple really cool little rocks that I'm going to leave the same place that I left the stuff last time. This is all. What was that? Yeah, confessions. I'm finding that the audio recorder has become like the best tool for me personally. It's not like leaving cameras where I feel like they don't want anything to do with them. The audio recorder literally got picked up and fiddled with and then dropped on the ground. It wasn't in the stump where I left it when I came back to get it. And you can hear something pick it up, mess with it, and then drop it. But I feel like the cameras, they don't like the audio recorders. They seem to be very intrigued by almost. But I got bluff charged on his property. So I lied. Clickbait, sorry. I was going to go there, and then I was like, well, let's see if we can just get a signal and at least put something out for everybody to enjoy, because we've had activity here too. So it's worth it. Yeah, right. Exactly. Bear would have eaten it. There was no scratches. There was no dents. There was just something picked this up and gently like fiddled with it. You can hear breathing, and then it just drops it on the ground. And that's where I found it, on the ground, about 3 feet from the stump, the old rotted stump that I had shoved it in, which was right near where I had to put the gifts out. And then in that whole area is where I found the footprints that we recorded and measured, and where we got the grunt, all the breaking of the limbs and stuff, something walking around, which sounds on 2 feet, and then those screams, which were just they were just crazy, dude. They were like Jurassic Park shit. I imagine that's got to have something to do with it, man. If they know that there's no camera So, I wonder what it is about the cameras that really bothers them, because it has to be something. Because this is not the first time I've heard of something picking up a recorder and messing with it, but they don't go near the cameras, dude. They don't go near those things. I'll tell you what, it's beautiful out. It is beautiful. It's about 50, 55 degrees. There's a light wind. It's brisk. The air is clean. No humidity. It's a vibe for sure. This is my kind of weather. All right, we'll start getting into some of the harder terrain here. Some of the rockier stuff is back here. So I don't know how much that signal booster. Joe and Jesse have one that I couldn't use because that thing is too big and you can't be mobile with it. You have to just stay stationary, and it puts out a signal in like a small area. Like if you watch Joe and Jesse on Hellbent, she couldn't go far because she would have lost signal. And it's just too difficult to carry for somebody like me who's out here by themselves. I know there are other signal boosters. There's like so what there is that I was looking at is a satellite Wi-Fi booster. So it doesn't run off of like regular Wi-Fi signal coming from the towers. It uses satellites so that when you're in places like this, you can still get a signal. Now, I've seen them range from $100 to $400, and then you have to pay a monthly fee to get the satellite service, which I think ranges in price. It's like a prepaid phone bill. It's like $50 or something, which that's not cheap, but it's not bad if you do this often. But again, I don't know which ones work the best. I'd have to do a bit more research to figure out which ones work the best, if they work really well at all. I just asked what more experience did they get. Whoa, is that a rock? Something just came whipping through the trees. Landed right over there. When it wasn't an acorn, it didn't fall straight down. It came whipping through. You could hear it. Hit like a few leaves on its way to landing over there. And we've been hit with rocks multiple times when we were out there. Give me a sighting. Tracked a four-toed squatch for 7 kilometers. I was asked for something. Ball bearings. They gave you a good woman. Good Lord, maybe I need to. Dear Sasquatch friends, or Santa, if you could find it within your heart to leave a new Jeep Wrangler in my driveway, I'd be forever grateful. Thank you. Amen. Also, blueberry Pop Tarts. I'm just joking around. That's amazing. I hear people talk about that stuff all the time, though, where they ask for signs and they give it to them. Remember, Chris Reinhardt from Discover Sasquatch was not a believer in the more supernatural side of Bigfoot at all. And he literally went out into his property, and he had very, very active land where he's at. He's in Connecticut too. He's just the other side of the state, up by the Appalachian Trail more. And he said, "Can you please leave me a print?" And literally, the next time he went out, there was a single print. Are you shitting me? Where can I ask for one of those too? Oh man. Yeah, those things are awesome, dude. Those things are great. It's the perfect balance between comfortable, with all the amenities and, the ability to go off-road deep if you need to. So I love the Wrangler, man. Back in the day, there was no amenities. The heat in that thing was awful. They were so bad back in the day. The old Wranglers and the old CJs. Oh, they were so bad. Winter, you were freezing. That's amazing, bro. Ooh, again, again, same spot. Hello. It's just me. You know me. Let's venture a little. I'm sure if there's something there, they'll follow. I have to watch up over this little hill here. A bunch of noise coming from there. One of the first times I came out here, it was like right over the top of it. So there was just that buffer zone where you couldn't see over. I'm gonna have to stop and get another tripod, handheld tripod thing for this camera. This is a pain in the ass holding it like this. Or this phone. Four-toed tracks, bro. That's amazing. I've heard of the three-toed. I've never seen the four-toed, but I mean, I imagine there's many different subspecies of these things out there, depending on where you are. It's like I always say, living in the woods for hundreds, if not thousands of years, these things have to adapt. They have to. Oh, Kathleen, thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Very grateful. But, living in these woods over hundreds, if not thousands of years, these things have to evolve. They're not going to stay the same over hundreds or thousands of years. They're going to evolve so that every generation or two, they change a little bit so that their lives become easier to live in this environment. Now, whether that means a certain subspecies where they live in a certain environment, four toes would be more suited for them than five, well, then that's what's going to happen. It happens to regular animals. Now, I'm not saying these things are just regular animals, but I do believe that they have some animal DNA. Just my beliefs. Joby tripod is my fave. I'll have to look it up, dude. I'll have to look it up. When you get your audio confessions, do you run it through like Audacity or anything? Sorry, I was just standing still for a minute because I was hearing some rustling, but I think it was just a squirrel or a chipmunk. The thing that always gets me about here is, it's 55 degrees outside, the sun is shining. These are thick, dense woods. You would think you'd be hearing birds everywhere. Do you hear any birds? I don't. I never do. I just heard one. It was the first time I've heard one since I've been here. But I mean, in a forest like this, they should be everywhere. I mean, I hear more birds at my parents' house than I do here. And that's in a suburban neighborhood. Dude, I'm using my old. This is the only phone I got. It's a friggin' XR, an iPhone XR. The new iPhones are having so many problems. I don't dare buy one. Plus, I won't pay that price. But I have a really good Canon mirrorless EOS M50 camera. But the thing weighs about 8 pounds. It's a pain in the ass to carry. It's hard to film with. I do film with the awesome DJI Pocket Osmo, but I can't go live with that. So I film with it attached to my strap on my backpack, either behind me or in front of me, usually over my shoulder. And that thing's amazing. I wish that's why I want that Wi-Fi thing so bad, because then I could film with that live. And that thing, you talk about picture zoom, it's friggin' incredible. It's incredible. If I had a better computer, I could get an editing program and I could edit all the footage that I filmed with that. But on my crappy computer, I can't. I don't have barely any space on it. It doesn't accept a ton of programs. It just sucks. But that's why I like going live, because then I don't have to worry about editing. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Everybody gets to see it or they don't. There's no chance for anyone to say, oh, he's lying or whatever. It's dead silent, dude. It's dead silent. There's no nothing making noise. Some digested hairs. Probably coyote crap. The only thing I worry about out here, like really, really worried about, are mountain lions. That's why I bring the gun. Because they're seen here. Not like often, but they're seen. I saw prints one day when I was in here that were feline prints. So the difference is this: the way you distinguish between canine and feline prints in the wild. Cats have retractable claws, and when they walk, their claws aren't out. Dogs don't have retractable claws. So if it's a coyote or a wolf, you should be able to see the toenail in the print. Whereas cats, you won't be able to, because the claws should be in, unless it's traversing like some heavy terrain where it needs to really dig in. That's one of the ways to tell. But these things were way bigger than bobcat prints. And I've seen bear prints out here. I've only well, I can't say for sure, but I think I saw a bear once when I was out here. It was off in the distance. What is that? Can you hear that? Also, I'm looking at that big bend right there. It don't look familiar to me. This is not a giant area that I can do this in. Like, I only have a certain area where I can keep a signal. And I'm surprised I've even got it, because the last couple times I tried, I couldn't get it. So I don't know why I have one right now, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, did you hear that? That's what I was hearing. I was hearing that clacking noise again. But it wasn't like a random tapping. It was like a clack, 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 clack. Like, kind of in rhythm. It was off in the distance a bit, but it was loud enough to hear it. I know sometimes the phone doesn't pick up everything. That's the other part of this. It sucks. I want to get a multi-directional mic to plug into the DJI so that I can pick up more sounds. Because if you have a plug-in multi-directional mic, it picks up sounds from further away. Huh. That bend right there is not something I remember. And that's a big old tree. I mean, it's not huge, but that's a big tree to bend over like that. That's the other thing too. Like, I wonder, how does that even happen? Because what the fuck was that? Did you hear that? It sounded like talking. There it is again. Again. And a tap. I gotta move down this way because it's coming from like around this hill, this bend over here. Let's see if we can get around it without losing signal. Oh, you sent me a friend. Listen, lady, I do not go on Facebook. I'm the worst when it comes to social media. I'm just bad. I don't go on Facebook. I don't go on Instagram. YouTube is about as far as I go. But I will go on, and I will accept your friend request. I promise. Let's get up around this bend here. Sorry. Switch hands. Because I want to see beyond this set of trees and bushes. Ooh. Again. Clack, clack. And that's such a familiar sound out here. I hear that just about every time I'm out here. It's still surprising though. It doesn't change. I think that's one of the fun part about this is that, you come out and you do this. A lot of times you don't have anything happen. Then you have times where you have. This area is just so crazy. It's just crazy. I never in a million years would have ever guessed that I would have gotten the email I got from that gentleman, and then got there, and immediately upon the first day there, would have had this stuff happen that we had happen. And that was after he called me and said, like, I don't believe in this stuff. It's not even on my radar, but somebody told me that it sounded to them like that's what was going on here. He goes, and I don't really have an explanation for 17-inch footprints walking through my yard and into the woods after this rainstorm. Thank God for this guy, because I couldn't get there that day or the next day. So he took a tarp and covered the prints because it was going to rain again. And they didn't get ruined. And so that's what we got those prints from, is that first day up there, that one set. But anyway, you do this and you don't expect that you're going to have these things happen. Like you don't ever, I think, like you think that you're going to go out and nothing's going to happen. If something happens, it's going to be probably something innocuous, something very benign. And then you get to a place like this where the majority of the time that I've come out here, that me and the old man have gone out, there's stuff happening. And it's not just like innocuous stuff that you can say, is attributed to a chipmunk, or no, it's clearly not. Chipmunks don't throw rocks at you. Chipmunks don't bluff charge you. Chipmunks don't smell like an outhouse. I know bears stink, but I still don't think they smell like hot pee. Me and my twin were out. Sasquatch gave us real music. You ran into 3 bears. Well, you live in Canada, bro. Bears are nothing for you. I mean, that's not to see. You got grizzlies out there, probably. F that. Humming harmonies. I've heard stuff that sounds like a humming out here before, but I just kind of thought it was like, I don't know, tricks of the wind in the trees. But then you would know what you heard. When you hear something that doesn't belong, it's very clear. Especially when you go out here as often as, like, some people do. Like, I was out here every weekend, sometimes both days. What the hell was that? What the frick was that? Ooh, 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 ooh. Not you, crow. Not you. That was weird, man. I heard that talking. It sounded like talking, like deep, like really deep talking, off in a distance, twice. It was coming from like around there, like down that way. So I wanted to get up here so I could see like down into that little valley, but there ain't nothing down there but trees. I'm gonna hang here for a minute because off this way and up over that hill out there, is where okay, there's a bird. Is where I heard really. Oh, what is that? What is that? Can I can't zoom on here, can I? Damn it! All right, so you're not gonna be able to see it. I don't know if I can get too close. Between these two trees, up on the side of that hill, there's mini pines, baby pines. They're not too small. They're probably about 7 or 8 feet tall. There's a cluster of them. To the in the middle to the right, there's a little opening in between them, and all I see is something very, very dark in that opening. Much darker than everything around it. And it looks like if it's something, it looks like it's down, squatting or sitting maybe. Now, I'm not saying it's anything, but it's not. There's nothing around here that's that color. That's like black. Like black. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right up in there. Holy shit, 2,500 subs in 2 weeks. Man. That's amazing, dude. My channel has probably lost 200 subs in the last week. I took time off, man. You take time off in this YouTube thing and people bail. You lose all momentum. But it doesn't really bother me at this point. I do this because I enjoy it, and the people who are here are usually amazing folks. But whatever that is doesn't fit. It just doesn't seem, it doesn't fit. Nothing around there is that color. Nothing. That is black. That's probably 100 yards, 150 yards from me, maybe 100 yards. About. What the fuck was that? Something just laying on the ground next to me. Could have been an acorn, but let's look. I don't see any acorns here, do you? I do see a couple rocks. I just heard and felt a thud right in my foot. I don't see any acorns at all. And now that thing looks like it's moved a little. No joke. It looks like it's moved a little. It looks like it's moved to my right a little bit. I'm sorry, you can say what you want, but I'm not getting any closer to it by myself. Not without a damn gun. It's not moving. It's not moving at all. If I see now, it's moving. Now it moved. Well, it is moving because now I don't see it there. It's gone. It's legit not there now. It's not there now. It moved to my right, and then I just turned my head for a second or two the other way and looked back, and it's not there now. All right, that's friggin' weird, man. That's weird. What the hell is that? That's strange. Maybe it was just shadows. I don't know. But it's not there now because that whole opening was all black. And it's not anymore. All right. This is weird. This is those weird things, man. Like, just strange stuff. Doesn't make any sense. I hear a plane. They plane. I'm gonna move down a little bit. I don't want to go too close, but it's not there anymore. I can't see it now. I know there's a lag in the chat when you send your messages to when I get them, but it's not. I don't see it there. It's I can see through that hole to behind there now, and I couldn't before. It was just black. I could see like yellow leaves through it. So I'm gonna move down here a little bit, just at the bottom of that hill, but I'm not gonna go too much further. I just don't know. It just freaks me out being here by myself without any protection whatsoever, because you never know what's there. All right, hold on. Let me get through this mess. If you can hear me, if you're there, I mean, no disrespect or no harm. Yeah, it was right up there. Literally right in between those mini baby pines. That was all dark black, and it's not there anymore. You would assume if it was a bear, you'd hear it move off. No, I mean, I know they're pretty quiet, but I would have saw the tree move or something. They're not. They're kind of lumbering and clumsy. It's not like they try to be, super stealthy, because they don't have to be. There's nothing out here that hunts them except for humans. But let's do this. I'm gonna go to the area where I left the audio recorder out, the gifting stuff, and where we found the footprints. And I'm gonna hang out there for a little bit. If they're here and they're watching, they'll follow. That area, each time I've come, that area has produced some kind of results. So let me get over to that area. Wow, this fell during the storm. This is not here last time. Holy crap. Good thing I'm a fairly limber 300 pounds. Just kidding. I'm not. Bad knees, bad ankle. I've got sciatica right now. That's terrible. falling apart. That's what happens when you choose to allow people to kick, punch, knee, and elbow you for fun when you're younger. You don't think when you're in your 20s, what's all this going to feel like when I'm 40? When you're in your 20s, you're like, I'll never be 40. I'll always feel like this. Horse shit. There's a ton of mushrooms that grow out here, man. Yeah, pebble sniper. That's what I'm thinking too. Because that wasn't the only one. There was like a few that came flying through the trees. You could hear them hitting the leaves. Like there was a trajectory to them. Let's maneuver our way over to the gifting spot. I just love the woods in this area, man. They're so pretty. Nothing like some of those woods up in your area, Confessions. Those woods up there are just, man, amazing. They look like they're from like thousands of years ago. Oh. Oh, I'm already seeing another break that I don't recognize. Right there on the side of the walk. Same height as the other ones. Oh, now I'm hearing birds. See that? Now I'm hearing birds. That area back there, I wasn't hearing any. Now I'm hearing them. This break I do not remember from last time. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Oh, God. That hurt. All right. Am I still with you? You still got me? Yeah, me and Fresh practice the ancient martial art of fuck are you? We're getting over here now. Getting over here now. Is this the area? Is this it? Is this north? Is this it? I believe this is it. I believe this is it. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. All right. All right. Okay. I am going to. The wind just picked up. Yeah, this is definitely the area. Okay. There's the gifting rock. There's the gifting rock. Just hang out here for a little bit. I'm going to take out the recorder and get that ready. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So, oh, wait, this was here last time too. Yeah. Do you guys remember this? This weird lean-to thing? If you watch those videos, this thing's old. I mean, this has been here had to have been here for a long time. A lot of these sticks are rotted, but I mean, look how it's made. It's made with a bend, and then all these other sticks leaned up against it, and then onto this downed tree. What is that? I'm gonna set this in this stump. I'm gonna lean it just a bit. Cover it with pine needles. Look at that. Can't see that, can you? We're gonna leave that out here. Should record for about 3 days. 3 or 4. Frankie, you can come be bait with me if you want. Ooh, big knock, big knock, big knock, big knock. Really loud. Well, off in the distance, but it echoed. There was some force to that thing. Ooh, another one. Another one. And now it's so quiet over here again. Super, super quiet. Where are you located, Frankie? Sorry. Seems like if like whatever's I'm getting these knocks off in the distance, the few rocks that were thrown, it seems like whatever's going on is keeping its distance, if it's even that. I can never confidently say for sure, but it seems like it's keeping its distance today. I also have not, like, I haven't pushed far in like I normally do because of what happened with the bluff charge. I still get a little nervous about that. It still freaks me out. Not, by myself without a gun, even scarier. I keep seeing like something really dark back through those trees. It looks like it's ducked down behind a tree, but I'm sure you can't see it from here. Let's move that way a little bit. I'm keeping my eyes on it. So forgive me if the camera work is not the best for the next minute. This is another reason why I like to put the recorder out here, is because anything walks through here, you're going to hear it. All these branches on the ground and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. May have just been a shadow. I have not crossed that hill right there in front of us. Something about it just gives me that feeling like I shouldn't go that way. And that could all be just in my head, but I've learned to listen to my gut. Oh, here's an X for you. Dead straight in front of me. Interesting. Yeah, that's a branch that's stuck in the ground. This is not where this tree is rooted. So, I don't know, maybe they fell that way from somewhere, but they're leaned this way in this X pattern. Interesting. Not seeing anything else really. Not seeing any tracks or anything. And it would be, it's soft enough now where though they would leave tracks in this stuff. I mean, I'm not, but you can feel it. If something was bigger and heavier, they definitely would. Good day, Shade. What's up? Yeah, everything seems kind of quiet. Everything seems kind of quiet. Hmm. Oh yeah, we got big coyotes, brother. Big coyotes. We got big deer too. You don't want to run into a moose, man. You do not want to run into a moose. People call me a big dumb animal. The moose is the epitome of a big dumb animal. They are massive, massive creatures, and they have a brain the size of a peanut. They're highly aggressive, and they will F you up. They'll ruin your world. You ain't outrunning one. The bears around here generally very docile, around 200, 150 250 pounds generally. There was one videotaped in Simsbury about a month and a half ago that they were estimating was somewhere in the neighborhood of like 380, maybe 400 pounds. He was a monster. And we're talking black bears, not browns. But they're usually pretty docile. They don't bother you unless it's a mother and the cubs. Then you might be in trouble. But usually you make a lot of noise. If they see you, they're just going to turn and go the other way. But mountain lions, that's a problem. You got to watch out for them, and usually you won't see them coming. They attack from behind. A moose would be very rare in Connecticut, although, like he said, they've been spotted, but they're super rare. Coyotes aren't out in the day unless they're rabid. And anybody, listen, if a single coyote came after me, I have all the faith in the world that I could absolutely dog that thing. Now, if a pack did, well, then I'd be in trouble. But if one single sickly rabid coyote came after me, I'm just going to two-piece him up. I don't want to have to, but my life or yours, well, I wouldn't try. I'd just knock him out if I could. You couldn't do that to a bear. If I threw a right hook at a bear, I'm breaking my hand. No water. Nope, no water. There is water straight that way. So we've literally just made like a parallel line from that end to this end, but straight back that way, about 3/4 of a mile, there's a very, very, very large swamp. It stretches forever. And that's what separates the old man's property from this property. You just can't get through it. It's like, I think in the middle, at its deepest, it's about 5.5 feet high. So you'd be up to your chest, if not your neck, depending on how tall you are. So waders wouldn't do you no good. But it's a swamp. I mean, like, in every sense of the word. It's, it's mucky, it's dirty, it's muddy, it's got all kinds of stuff growing in it. I probably wouldn't go in it. I had the option. But plus, right beyond that swamp, if you're on his property, right beyond that swamp is where he always hears the vocals come from, which would be right this way, right that way, about 3/4 of a mile. Which is why I always come here, because I imagine they either must use this as like a highway. They move through here, but they got to have an area around here where they must hunker down, because they're constantly there. I mean, he hears this stuff like on average at least once a week, usually a couple times a week at this time of the year. Not all year, but at this time of the year. And since we've already had 2 occasions where this area that I'm in right now produced results, it's why I keep coming back here, because I'm sure they know that I've been to this area, that I've left them things in this area. And so hopefully they check it, although I haven't been here in a while, which is probably why there's no evidence of anything being here right now. Oh, crap. Wine samplers? Agreed, Shade. And I left my gun at home today. I forgot it. Cougars like wine? Oh, I get it. I get it. The other kind of cougar. He's such a jerk. Oh, God. Salty is batting 100% with every live that I go on. He ends up eliciting a full laugh, a laugh out loud for me. Every time. It doesn't fail. Oh, goodness. I'm going to start making my way back. I don't really have anything, hear anything going on here. What's that? Is that impression? My foot fits in it. Strange looking. My foot fits in it with space at the front. It's interesting, but it's not enough to say that's a footprint. There's a broken stick in it. You can see that. If I put my heel where what looks like the heel is, there's quite a bit of room in the front. I don't know. Could be. Something like that's too hard to say. Now, if there was 5 or 6 of those in a row, then I would say, you know, I'd say 85% that it's probably a trackway. Here's another thing. When I see sticks laying like this, it just looks too purposeful. Like, that just looks purposeful to me. Does that not look like, look at everything else around here? It's just kind of like, you know, when you see something like this, it looks like something laid those that way. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the way my brain works. I don't know. Roar, Frankie. Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I will tell you what. I am so glad that that tooth infection is not bothering me anymore. Holy mother. It took all I had not to murder the world. I was in so much pain, and I was trying so hard to like hold it together and not, you know, not show how bad it was at times and not take it out on anybody. But wow, it was awful. It was awful. I thought I was getting sick. It was like I felt like I was getting ill. I had a bad headache, like pressure in my head. I felt just like, you know, that just weird sick feeling you get where nothing, like everything just feels off, like foggy headed. And I was really, really tired, like overly tired. And I was like, damn, I must be getting sick or something. And then, like the next day or 2 days later, I woke up and I had like horrible tooth pain, horrible pain in my glands, horrible pain in my jaw. And I'm like, oh crap, I know what this is. But it was bad. So I had a tooth infection. It spread into my jaw. So then you get put on these antibiotics, right? These mega strong antibiotics because they don't want it to spread to your heart or your brain. Whoa, hey. Hi, birdie. That was a woodpecker. Yeah, it sure is. And those things just tear your stomach up. So it's like you go from, you know, now for the first day, the first day and a half I'm taking them, I still have the pain in my head, my face. And now I got terrible stomach ache, heartburn like a mother. And then the toothache goes away. And I'm left with this terrible stomach ache. And it just sucked. It just sucked. It was no fun. That's for sure. tooth hurty. Yeah. Yeah, they certainly can. I didn't like, and I knew they could. Obviously, if it's in your mouth, it's very close to your brain and your heart, and it can travel there quickly because the infection will move through your blood, and you got your jugular is right there, and that can move a lot of blood really quick. So, yeah, bad stuff. It can be very, very bad. I do not know what is making that noise. You hear that? Those chipmunks? Oh. All right, let's take a look again. Those have got to be chipmunks, right? I have to look that up when I get home. I'm guessing those are chipmunk alarms. All right. These baby pines always give me kind of a nervous feeling. Okay, I would, but it's so hard for me to hold this stupid phone the right way. Without covering the camera, I can only hold it with like 2 fingers to keep it on landscape view, which gives you a bigger picture, obviously. I'm gonna get a tripod. I'll order one from Amazon today. That way when we come back out, I'll have it. It'll be easier to do all that stuff with. And I will put that $20 towards that Wi-Fi, that satellite Wi-Fi booster, Miss Kathleen. Thank you so much. I think if everything goes to plan, and I'm not, I got to talk to Mikey again. Good old Mike Lucci, such a great kid. I say kid. He's younger than me. He's a good dude. He's such a good dude. If you don't watch This Week in Bigfoot, please give it a watch. It's 30 minutes, man. It's such a fun show. You get 30 minutes of Bigfoot news. Sometimes the best gossip in the community, if there's some good gossip going around. They do short clips. They feature different investigators on the show. It's really a really good show. And Mike is part of the group that does that show. And also the Catskills Appalachian Research Collective, which I'm wearing my hat and my shirt today. But anyway, we were going to go this weekend that just passed up to the Appalachian Trail together and stay in a cabin on this mountain. And I ended up with a tooth infection. He has a wake and a funeral that he had to go to. So we said we'd revisit it this week and see if maybe we can go this coming weekend, which would be awesome. As many of you have been following this channel for a while know, Senior Kyle has never done a night investigation. Never, ever. And I really want to. And the Appalachian Trail is someplace that anybody who is part of the Bigfoot community will tell you that they would love to go and investigate. Lucky for me, the Appalachian Trail runs through the northwest corner of Connecticut into Massachusetts by the Berkshires and by the Taconic mountain range. So our plan is to go up and stay for a couple nights in a cabin that's literally like on a mountain in the woods. We'll take the car out. We'll drive at night down the roads, scanning the woods, see if we see anything, because road crossings are the most common Bigfoot sightings that there are. So we'll do that. We'll set some stuff up around the cabin and the camp, try to catch stuff on video, audio, and then we'll just do what we do. We'll hang out, start a fire, cook some food, just be two campers out in the woods alone. Broke Squatch Mountain. So that'll be really cool. Yeah, it's a good show. Those guys are so awesome. They're so awesome. Mike, Chuck, what's his name? Brendan. They're all great guys. They even have a paranormal offshoot of the CARC. So they do the Bigfoot thing, and then they also have a paranormal group that one of their friends runs. God, I forget his name right now, but he does a great job with that. Mike is one of these guys. The way that his brain processes information is just so impressive and so interesting. When somebody can look at something, he could see like paragraphs of data, right? And his brain will like just pull out all the important points and numbers and like basically create a timeline with them and the most important parts of what they mean. It's just, it always amazes me when you see people who have brains that work, differently than most of us. He's a very smart dude. And then hopefully the end of this month, be a group of us, Mike, me, Alex, Petikoff, Brian, and Chewy. And I don't know if anyone else is going. Evan, I think, Alex's friend Evan, up to Coos County, New Hampshire. home of the wood devil, to 10,000 private acres of land in a place where Finding Bigfoot wanted to film their New Hampshire episode when they went there, but they couldn't because it snowed so bad they couldn't get in and out. And we're going to that land to spend 3 days, 2 nights. So that'll be friggin' awesome. Yeah, that's what I hear, man. Everybody says that nighttime's when it escalates. According to the recorder, which is out here right now, we'll pick that up in a week. According to the recorder, anytime I've left it out here, nighttime is when we've gotten just way more stuff. It just goes off the charts. Talked to Al Santoriga last week, and he was telling me, he's like, dude, you don't even understand how much it changes at night. So I'm excited and a bit nervous, but you know, as long as I got somebody there with me, I'm good. You know, dying alone would suck. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not gonna die. Oh, man, holy crap! It just got dark in here. Good God. It just got wicked dark in here. This area over here always freaks me out for some reason too. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, like, just get a feeling. Ow. Yeah, sounds awesome, Val, right? I'm excited. I just want to go out at night, period. Like, I need to experience that. I need to experience that. All right, well, my batteries are about dead. My backup batteries did not charge. I need to get one of those now, too. This whole thing, like moving and not having all my stuff still, you don't know what, if something's broken, it doesn't work until you go try to use it, and it doesn't work. That's what happened today. So I'm about to head out of here, and what the fuck was that? Guess nothing. All right, I'm about to head out of here, get back to my vehicular accommodation, and then head home. Sorry, it wasn't too exciting, but that's just the way the things go with this stuff, But hopefully now, I left the tobacco out there on the rock, the feathers, I left the recorder. Hopefully they were just keeping their distance. They know I'm here. They know, we know that. They know you're here. They know before you get there that you're coming. That's just how it goes. So hopefully they'll see it. They'll go get it. Give us something on the recorder for next week. And then maybe, since I start coming regularly again, we'll start getting more stuff happening. That's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream. I have a dream. And in that dream, Sasquatch interact with me like a best friend. Maybe they'll bring me a Wrangler like they did for Sasquatch Confessions. That would be nice. But I'd also settle for some vocals and some footprints. That wouldn't be too bad. All right, let me get out of here before this thing dies. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I love you. If anyone watches this video and sees anything that we didn't see, please message me on Facebook or email me. Let me know what you see. I'll take a look at it and I'll listen. I'm going to listen anyway when I get home. I got to put the headphones in just to see if I catch anything that I didn't hear when I was here. But always helps to have other eyes and ears checking these things out. All right. Have a wonderful day. I will see you. So if I don't see you before Wednesday, then Wednesday night, Mike Lucci will be on. We're going to have a show about the Bennington Triangle, which is a super interesting place. So tune in. All right, guys. Love yous. Peace.